Hey guys, I hope you can hear me. I'm gonna try and talk loud, okay? But basically today I drove 100 miles almost for this nigga, and I feel dumb as fuck. That's basically the premise of this whole fuck, I can't see. The whole premise of this video. Anyway, this guy's name is Nick, right? We met on Coffee Meets Bagel, and I'm gonna start from the beginning. So yeah, first thing he did was text me his number, and he was like, hit me up so I can get to know you better. And I was like, okay, cool, forward, I like that. Let's get it shop hopping or whatever. So we were talking, and we had, really good long text conversations. There was time passed in between each text, but it was cool because one, we were both busy, we are both busy. But the conversation was substantial. Like, I felt like it wasn't just WID. Like, it was actually, we talked about, I guess, philosophical things in general, and like how we each saw the world. So it was cool. He was like, okay, let me tell you more about it, blah blah, let's meet up. And then we got frozen yogurt, and that initially was like, I was like, is this nigga cheap, like, or is this a test to see whether I'm a gold digger or something like that? So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna just suck it up and see what happens. And that was really good too. We talked a lot about our goals and dreams for the future and stuff like that. And he kept mentioning travel, and I was like, okay, cool, this guy likes to travel. I wonder how he has enough money to do that. But that wasn't really like something I was thinking about all that deeply. And anyway, that happened, and then from that day, like night until recently, like basically today, my whole idea of him had just been increasing and developing and changing and transforming. Me and my crazy imagination, I'm imagining this, I don't know, this person who's not the person who I saw today also. Basically, us having sex, us getting married, not getting married, us having a relationship, and anyway. So fast forward to today, in between the last time we met up and today, we weren't really texting as much, and I don't know. But anyway, today happened. So he's like, yeah, me and my friends are having a kickback. We're gonna be talking about some really interesting stuff about bringing people together here in the DMV. You should come out. You're gonna have a great time. I can guarantee that. You won't regret it. And I was like, okay, cool. Skeptical still, but I was like, I might as well go. I mean, because I want to say that I did what I wanted to before I don't have time to do what I want to when I start medical school. So this place is in Landover/Cheverly, far as fuck. That's what that means. So I get there, hella bodies, both guys and girls. I think it was a good mix, and I didn't even know it was a kickback until I got there, and I was like, okay, all right. And then, I was just chilling. We were playing Cards Against Humanity, and then they finally set up the presentation. And then they were like, yeah, my man blank is going to tell you guys a few things. I was listening to the presentation. That thing is called Dream Travels or something. But basically the company is called WorldVentures. And it's basically a pyramid scheme where you sell people experiences / travel so they can like get travel for the low. But it's not really that. I'm sorry, I sound mad, like skeptical, because I'm just like, let me just finish. Okay. So yeah, you basically pay a membership. You pay a one-time fee, a certain amount, I think like $200 or something, and then every month thereafter you pay like $50 or something like that. So it's marketed to people who really value traveling in their life, and they want to invest in that on a regular basis. And I mean, the premise of it is good, but just like every other pyramid scheme that I've experienced / come across in my life, it doesn't end well. Literally, first it was the timeshare that my parents regret buying. Then it was Rector. It was just a waste of time, and it's so sad because they target 18-year-olds. And then it was, what's that called, Primerica or something. All these things, they just capitalize off of the relationships you work so hard to build in your life, and gives you a way to convert that relationship into a check. I mean, that's just how I see it. I don't know, people who sell this, people who live and breathe this stuff, who are way more passionate about it than I am. Of course, they're gonna look at it way differently. But I don't know. What was most annoying to me was that, one, I drove that far, but more importantly, this nigga who I don't even know, I literally met you, this is the second time I've met you in person, like, you're literally, like, throwing this on me, like, throwing this in my, like, okay, this is me, look, look at it, take it or leave it. He's like, this is my passion, blah, blah. I'm like, cool, that's great. But one, I wish you would have told me that before I drove all this way, because, son, I didn't drive all this way for a freaking marketing thing. And then they freaking had like copies of the contract there to sign on the spot. This was this nigga's apartment. Like, y'all was ready. Y'all literally had whole files of things to sign up in your car. Like, y'all knew what you were doing. But anyway, the fact that you you're trying to get me to buy this thing and quote unquote act like you don't care if I buy it. But mind you, if this is your passion and I'm not investing in that, then what does that say about me? What does that say about what I think of you? I mean, I have to be realistic, And yeah, I just feel like he's jeopardizing this. I don't even want to call it a relationship, but this thing that I'm trying to fill out and be like, where do I want to put this guy in my life? Do I even want to keep him in my life? He's really jeopardizing that by, I feel like he's selling this relation. Oh, I don't want to say relationship, but this partnership or whatever, like trying to suck the money, like basically get me to open my wallet. And I'm like, nigga, no, I don't know you. What are you doing? And I'm just like, kind of bummed that this is what he was talking about when he's talking about, I take these trips, I go on these conferences, I feel so motivated afterwards. And I'm like, no, like, you're literally like every other stupid person who does these things, and then they wake up and realize that they're jeopardizing their relationships to catch a check. Meanwhile, the person who's at the head of the pyramid scheme is chilling, rolling in dough after you already lost friends for selling the people these things, and then they end up realizing it's not even worth it. And I feel like eventually that's what's gonna happen. Right now it's in the boom phase. Since 2005 it's been growing, but there's always gonna be an ending to these things. People are gonna wake up and realize, wake up now, it's a scam, that's what this is. It's just making me so angry, because I'm just like, I didn't want you to be like this, and this is who you are, and I totally respect that. But now I don't know that I even want to entertain you anymore, except for getting food. But I'm like, maybe we should just fuck. But do I want that? I don't know. Do I? Because I could just get there, and I'm like, wow, I'm not even physically attracted to you. His face, yeah. His body, who knows? He always wears loose clothes. So I don't even know. I really don't. What if he has ED or something? Just never really know. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. You know, I don't know. I don't know about this guy. I really don't. Like, I just feel like coming off of the first date or whatever, I was just on a high, and I was like, oh my God, he's so great. And now the curtains are gone. But I'm like, at least it's better earlier than later, before I get heavily invested, and I'm like, this is who you are. It's better than I know now than not know, and then continue to feel that sense of security that's fake. But I learned a lot today, you know? And also, I do not want to be taken like, oh, she's gonna do anything, because I'm really not. Like, he could tell. Like, I even told him I was a 5 out of 10, and he was like, you know what, maybe this is not for you. And I'm like, I'm glad you realize. I mean, yeah, I'll look it up more, but one, I don't have that kind of money right now. Two, I don't believe in it. I'm sorry. I do not. I don't. Sure, buy people vacations, whatever. But among all these positives is a large host of negatives that no one even brought up or probably even thought about. And it's important to take those things into consideration before you ask people to open their wallets. People who are already struggling, people who are just trying to make it, you know? And yeah, I get it, residual income. Oh my God. But I don't know if that's the residual income I'm trying to make, for real. But I also feel like I need to do more research on residual income itself and answer the question of whether that's what that means. Like, do you always have to exploit your current relationships to create that kind of income? You know, income while you sleep. I feel like there's a more humane way to do it that I don't know about. But I don't see myself doing this. I'm sorry. And if I have to do this to get him to like me or whatever, I'm gonna need to do the right thing and cut him off. That's how I'm feeling right now, you know? Honestly, truly. It's crazy, son. You made a fool of me. Tell me why. You say that you don't care, but we made love. Tell me why. I'm so tired. Like, oh my gosh. I feel like I didn't sleep today. And I didn't sleep that much yesterday. I mean, I just came back from Atlanta yesterday night, and I literally crashed on my bed. But today, when I go inside, I'm gonna take off my clothes, we'll put back my food, go upstairs, take off my clothes, take a shower, take off my makeup, and yeah. Okay. Good night.